This is Kalandra Bhasha working as Associate Professor in the Department of ECE, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering College, Dundigal, Hyderabad. Today, I am going to discuss the problems related to the third unit, transistor biasing and stabilization. The course outcome for today's class is explain DC and AC load line analysis for common BJT and FET amplifiers for optimal operating level regardless of input load resistance of the device. First, we'll see the first problem. In a silicon transistor circuit with a fixed bias, VCC is equivalent to 15 volts, RC is equivalent to 3 kilo ohms, RB is equivalent to 100 kilo ohms, beta is equivalent to 100, VBE is equivalent to 0.7 volts. Solve the operating point and stability factor. The given values are VCC is equivalent to 15 volts, RC is equivalent to 2 kilo ohms, RB is equivalent to 100 kilo ohms, beta is equivalent to 50, VBE is equivalent to 0.7. So the circuit for fixed bias is a resistance RB is connected from VCC to base. For a given values, first we need to estimate the base current which is flowing in the transistor by writing the KVL expression at the input side. Once you are estimated IB, then we can find out the collector current by IC is equivalent to beta into IB. Once we got the IC values, then we can write the KVL expression for the output circuit. From that, we can extract what is the voltage between the collector terminal to emitter terminal. So the operating point is the amount of current which is flowing at the output circuit, that is collector current, and the collector to emitter voltage. First, we will write the KVL expression for the input circuit or base circuit. So the input circuit is consist of the VCC, RB, and base to emitter. This will be comes under input circuit. The voltage at base to emitter will take as VBB, VBE. So for this circuit, first we will write the KVL expression by considering VCC, RB towards ground. The amount of current which is flowing through RB is IB. Then we can write the KVL expression as VCC is equivalent to IB into RB plus VBE. VCC is equivalent to IB into RB plus VBE. From this, the base current we can extract as VCC minus VBE divided by RB. The base current IB is equivalent to VCC minus VBE divided by RB. In the problem, the VCC is given as 15 volts, VBE is 0.7, RB is 100 kilo ohms. By substituting, we will get 15 minus 0.7 divided by 100 into 10 power 3, which will give us 143 microamperes. Once we got the base current, then we can find out the collector current by using IC is equivalent to beta times IB. In the problem, the given beta is 50. Estimated IB is 143 microamperes, that is 143 into 10 power minus 6. After calculation, we will get IC as 7.15 into 10 power minus 3, which we can take as 7.15 milliamperes. Then for finding out the collector to emitter voltage, that is VCE, we will write the KVL expression for the output circuit. So the output circuit is consist of VCC, RC, and collector to emitter voltage. The amount of current which is flowing through RC is IC. So the KVL expression for the collector circuit we can write as VCC is equivalent to IC into RC plus VCE. From this, we need to find out what is VCE value. VCE it is given as VCC minus IC into RC. Upon substituting the respective values, we will get VCE is equivalent to 15 minus 7.15 into 10 power minus 3 into RC is 2 kilo ohms, that is 2 into 10 power 3. 10 power minus 3, 10 power 3 get cancelled. So we will get VCE is equivalent to 0.7. In the problem, they asked to find out operating point. Operating point is nothing but the values of collector to emitter voltage and IC. So the operating point is given as IC is equivalent to 7.15 milliamperes and VC is equivalent to 0.7 volts. Next, we will move to the second problem. In the second problem, build a self-bias circuit as per the following specifications. VCC is equivalent to 12 volts, VCE is equivalent to 2 volts, IC is equivalent to 4 milliamperes, RE is equivalent to 2 kilo ohms, HFE, which is nothing but the current gain beta, is equivalent to 80. Show the complete diagram with the design values. So in the problem, RC value they are given, RE value they are given, RC value we need to estimate, they are not given in the problem. R1 value we need to estimate, R2 value also we need to estimate. First we will take the given values as VCC is equivalent to 12 volts, VCE is equivalent to 2 volts, IC is equivalent to 4 milliamperes, RE is equivalent to 2 kilo ohms, beta or HFE is equivalent to 80. Next, we need to find out what is the value of RC, R1, R2. So from the given values, first we can find out RC by writing the KVL expression at the output circuit. Next, here RB value we can find out by writing the KVL expression at the input circuit. So as IC is given, we can write IB is equivalent to IC by beta. By substituting IC as 4 milliamperes, that is 4 into 10 power minus 3, beta is equivalent to 80. We will get IB is equivalent to 50 into 10 power minus 6, which is 50 microamperes. Then we can take the emitter current is the sum of base current and collector current, that is IE is equivalent to IB plus IC. IB is 50 microamperes plus IC is 4 milliamperes. Upon that, the IE we will get as 4.05 milliamperes. So for the circuit, first we will write the KVL expression for the output circuit. The KVL expression for the output circuit is VCC is equivalent to the voltage drop across RC, that is IC into RC, plus collector to emitter voltage, which is VCE, plus the voltage drop across emitter resistance IE into R. From this, we can extract RC, VCC is provided, IC is provided, VC is provided, IE estimated, RE is given in the problem. So we can write RC is equivalent to VCC minus VCE minus IE into RE divided by IC. Upon substituting the values as 12, VC is 2 volts, IE is 4.05 milliamperes, RE is equivalent to 2 kilo ohms, and IC is equivalent to 4 milliamperes. We will get the collector resistance RC is equivalent to 475 volts. Next, we need to find out what is R1, R2. Before that, we will take the determination for R2. How we can take the R2 value is, we will take a condition assumption that R2 value usually we have to select as 0.1 beta times of R. So this is condition for proper biasing circuit. We need to select R2 is equivalent to 0.1 times of beta into RE. Substituting beta and RE, we will get as 0.1 into 80 into 2 kilo ohms. We will get 16 kilo ohms as R2. Next, we will write the KVL expression for the input circuit. The voltage at this we will take as VB. We will write the KVL expression at the input circuit. The voltage between base to emitter is VBE. That is, VB is equivalent to VBE plus IE into RE. From this, VBE is 0.7, IE estimated, RE given in the problem. So we can find out what is VBE value. Upon substituting, VBE is equivalent to 0.7 plus IE is equivalent to 4.05 milliamperes and RE is equivalent to 2 kilo ohms, that is 2 into 10 power 3. Upon evaluation, you will get VB is equivalent to 8.8 volts. Here, VB is nothing but the voltage drop across R2 resistance. Now, from the input circuit, that is from VCC to R1 and R2 will act as voltage divider network. So, from that we can write a VB is equivalent to VCC divided by R1 plus R2 into R2. VB estimated, VCC given in the problem, R2 estimated. From this we can find out what is R1. Upon substituting the values, VB as 8.8 volts is equivalent to VCC is 12 volts, R2 is equivalent to 16 into 10 power 3 divided by R1 plus 16 into 10 power 3. From this we'll get R1 is equivalent to 5.81 kilo ohms. Third problem. In a silicon transistor circuit with a fixed bias, VCC is equivalent to 12 volts, RC is equivalent to 330 ohms, IB is equivalent to 0.3 milliamperes, beta is equivalent to 100, VBE is equivalent to 0.7. Solve the values of base resistor RB and stability factor. For this circuit fixed bias, a RB resistance is connected between VCC and the transistor input circuit. Here we need to find out what is the value of RB. For finding out RB value, first you will write the KVL expression for the input circuit. The input circuit is consist of VCC, RB, and the voltage between base to emitter will take as VBE. So first you will write the KVL expression for the input circuit. Before that, we will say given values VCC is equivalent to 12 volts, RC is equivalent to 330 ohms, IB is equivalent to 0.3 milliamperes, beta is equivalent to 100, VB is 0.7. Now we will write the KVL expression for the input circuit. The voltage here it is VBE. The amount of current which is drawn by the RB is IB. So we will write the KVL expression for the input circuit as VCC is equivalent to IB into RB plus VBE. From this, we can find out the RB resistance value as RB is equivalent to VCC minus VBE divided by IB. Upon substituting the values given, VCC is equivalent to 12 volts minus VBE is 0.7 volts divided by IB is equivalent to 0.3 into 10 power minus 3 milliamperes. So which will give us RB is equivalent to 37.6 kilo ohms. Next we need to find out the stability factor. For a fixed bias circuit, the stability factor is equivalent to 1 plus beta. Beta it is given as 100. So you'll get stability factor is equivalent to 101. For a good amplifier circuit, for more stability, we require less stability value. However, fixed bias is providing poor stability because the stability factor value is more. The fourth problem. In a silicon transistor circuit with a collector to base bias, VCC is equivalent to 10 volts, RC is equivalent to 10 kilo ohms, RB is equivalent to 1000 kilo ohms, beta is equivalent to 50, VB is equivalent to 0.7 volts. Identify the operating point and also draw the load line and locate Q point on it. So here the biasing circuit is we are considering collector to base bias by connecting RB resistance between collector terminal to base terminal. First we will see the given values. VCC is equivalent to 10 volts, RC is equivalent to 10 kilo ohms, RB is equivalent to 1000 kilo ohms, beta is equivalent to 50, VB is equivalent to 0.7. We need to estimate operating point as well as we need to draw DC load line, and on the DC load line we have to locate the Q point. For finding out Q point, first we need to estimate the base current. From that find out IC. Then we need to find out what is the voltage drop between collector to emitter, that is VC. DC load line means it is the line connecting between the maximum voltage drop across collector to emitter and the maximum collector current which is flowing through RC resistance. First, we'll say the KVL expression for the input circuit or base circuit. So, the input circuit is consist of VCC, RC, RB and the base to emitter towards ground. The voltage drop between base to emitter will take as VBE. The current which is flowing through RB is IB. The current which is flowing through collector is IC. RC is joining these two branches. So the sum of these two current will be flows through RC, that is IC plus IB. The KVL expression for the input circuit is given as VCC is equivalent to IC plus IB into RC plus IB into RB plus VB. VCC is given, beta is given, RC is given, RB is given, VB. So we need to find out the base current from this circuit. As the current which is flowing through RC is IC plus IB, which we can write in terms of IB as IC is equivalent to beta times of IB plus IB, which will use 1 plus beta times of IB. This is what the current which is flowing through RC, that is IC plus IB. We can write as 1 plus beta into IB. So from this IB expression, we can write as VCC minus VBE divided by RB plus 1 plus beta into RC. Substituting the corresponding values, IB is given as 10 minus 0.7 divided by 1000 into 10 power 3 plus 1 plus 50 into RC is 10 kilo ohms. So 10 into 10 power 3. From this, we'll get the base current is equivalent to 6.16 microamperes. Then we can find out the collector current IC is equivalent to beta into IB. Substituting beta value as 50, estimated IB as 6.16 microamperes, IC will get as 0.31 into 10 power minus 3, which is 0.31 milliamperes. Next, we need to find out the voltage drop across collector to emitter. So for this, we will write the KVL expression at the output circuit. The output circuit is comprised of VCC, RC and collector to emitter. So the KVL expression is given as VCC is equivalent to IC plus IB into RC plus VCE. From this, we can take VCE as VCC minus IB plus IC into RC. Substituting the corresponding values, 10 minus 6.16 into 10 power minus 6 plus 0.31 into 10 power minus 3 into 10 into 10 power 3, which will give us VC is equivalent to 6.84 volts. So the operating point is nothing but it is values of collector to emitter voltage and collector current. So the operating point coordinates we can write as VCEQ is equivalent to 6.84 volts and ICQ is equivalent to 0.31 milliamperes. An NPN transistor with beta is equivalent to 50 is used in a common emitter circuit with VCC is equivalent to 10 volts, RC is equivalent to 2 kilo ohms. The bias is obtained by connecting 100 kilo ohms resistance from collector to base. Assume VB is equivalent to 0.7 volts. Solve the quiescent point and the stability factor S. Given values are VCC is equivalent to 10 volts, RC is equivalent to 2 kilo ohms, RB is equivalent to 100 kilo ohms, VB is equivalent to 50 and beta is equivalent to 50, VB is equivalent to 0.7. Here, the bias is provided by connecting a resistance between collector to base, which is collector to base bias. By connecting RB resistance between collector to base. For finding out the quiescent point, we need to first estimate IB, estimate IC, then estimate BC. First, you'll write the KVL expression for the input circuit, which is gives as input circuit is consist of VCC, RC, RB, and ground terminal. So between that, we have a base to emitter voltage VB. So the KVL expression at the base circuit is given as VCC is equivalent to 1 plus beta into IB into RC plus IB into RB plus VB. Here, the current which is flowing through RC is IC plus IB. We know that IC we can write in terms of IB as beta times IB plus IB. If you take IB as common term, you will get 1 plus beta times of IB. From this, you can extract IB current expression as IB is equivalent to VCC minus VBE divided by RB plus 1 plus beta into RC. Upon substituting the corresponding values, IB is given as 10 minus 0.7 divided by 100 into 10 power 3 plus 1 plus 50 into 2 into 10 power 3. From that, you'll get the base current is equivalent to 46.04 microamperes. We know that IC is equivalent to beta times IB. Upon substituting beta and IB values, we will get IC is equivalent to 2.3 into 10 power minus 3, that is 2.3 milliamperes. Next, we need to find out collector to emitter voltage. For that, we need to write the KVL expression for the output circuit. The output circuit is consist of VCC, RC, and collector to emitters. The KVL expression at the collector circuit is given as VCC is equivalent to IB plus IC into RC plus BC. From this, we can write VC is equivalent to VCC minus IB plus IC into RC. Upon substituting the corresponding values, we can find out VC as 10 minus IB is 46.04 into 10 power minus 6 plus IC is 2.3 into 10 power minus 3 into RC is 2 kilo ohms, that is 2 into 10 power 3. Upon solving this, you'll get VC is equivalent to 5.31 volts. So the quiescent point for the given biasing circuit is given as VCEQ is equivalent to 5.31 volts and ICQ is equivalent to 2.3 milliamperes. Next, we need to find out the stability factor. The stability factor for collector to base bias is given as S is equivalent to 1 plus beta by 1 plus beta into RC divided by RB plus RC. Substituting the corresponding values, we can get the stability factor as 1 plus 50 divided by 1 plus 50 into RC is equivalent to 2 kilo ohms, that is 2 into 10 power 3. RB is 100 kilo ohms, that is 100 into 10 power 3 plus RC is 2 kilo ohms, 2 into 10 power 3. Upon substituting the corresponding values, we will get the stability factor S is equivalent to 25.757. The sixth problem, a germanium transistor having beta is equivalent to 100 and VBE is equivalent to 0.2 volts is used in a fixed bias amplifier circuit where VCC is equivalent to 16 volts, RC is equivalent to 5 kilo ohms and RB is equivalent to 790 kilo ohms. Determine its operating point. Given values are VCC is equivalent to 16 volts, RC is equivalent to 5 kilo ohms, RB is equivalent to 790 kilo ohms, beta is equivalent to 100, VBE is equivalent to 0.2 volts. The circuit which we are concerned is fixed bias. For determining the operating point, first we need to find out the base current which is flowing through RB resistance at the base circuit. Then estimate the collector current IC. Then estimate the voltage drop between collector to emitter, the operating point is VCE, IC values. For solving this, first we will take the KVL expression at the input circuit. The voltage between base to emitter will take as VBE, and the current which is flowing through RB is IB. Then the KVL expression for the input circuit is given as VCC is equivalent to IB into RB plus VBE. From this, the IB expression we can write as IB is equivalent to VCC minus VBE divided by RB. Substituting the corresponding values, 16 minus 0.2 divided by 790 into 10 power 3, which will give us the base current as 20 microamperes. After estimating IB, then we need to estimate the collector current as IC is equivalent to beta times IB. Substituting beta as 100 and IB estimated as 20 microamperes, that is 20 into 10 power minus 6, which will lead collector current is equivalent to 2 into 10 power minus 3, which is 2 milliamperes. Next, we need to estimate what is the voltage drop across collector to emitter voltage, that is VC. For estimating that, we will write the KVL expression at the output circuit, and the current which is flowing through RC is IC. Now the KVL expression at the output circuit is given as VCC is equivalent to IC into RC plus VCE. Apply KVL expression to the collector circuit. We will get VCC is equivalent to IC into RC plus VCE. From this, VCE is equivalent to VCC minus IC into RC. Substituting the corresponding values, 16 minus 2 into 10 power minus 3 into 5 into 10 power 3. 10 power minus 3, 10 power 3 get cancelled. 16 minus 10 will get as 6 volts. The operating point or quiescent point is VCE value and IC value. So the operating point is given as IC is equivalent to 2 milliamperes and VCE is equivalent to 6 volts. Seventh problem. The circuit as shown in figure has a fixed bias using an NPN transistor. Determine the value of base current, collector current and collector to emitter voltage. When we are considering the DC values, the effect of capacitors we can neglect, and input also we are not going to be considered. That is what the biasing circuit. Given values we will see VCC is equivalent to 25 volts, RC is equivalent to 820 ohms, RB is equivalent to 180 kilo ohms, beta is equivalent to 80. And VBE, usually the transistor is made up of silicon. So as they are in the problem they are not specified, we will assume VBE is equivalent to 0.7 volts. For finding out the base current, collector current and collector to emitter voltage, first we will write the KVL expression at the input circuit. The current flowing through RB is IB. The voltage between base to emitter is VBE. First we will write the KVL expression for the input circuit. The KVL expression for the input circuit is given as VCC is equivalent to IB into RB plus VBE. From this, IB will get as IB is equivalent to VCC minus VBE divided by RB. Substituting the corresponding values, we can find IB is equivalent to 25 minus 0.7 divided by RB is 180 kilo ohms, that is 180 into 10 power 3, which will lead the base current is equivalent to 135 microamperes. Once we got the base current, then we can find out the collector current as IC is equivalent to beta times IB. Substituting beta as 80, estimated IB as 135 microamperes. We can write IC is equivalent to 80 into 135 into 10 power minus 6, which leads to 10.8 into 10 power minus 3. The collector current we can write as 10.8 milliamperes. For finding out the collector to emitter voltage, that is VCE, the amount of current which is flowing through RC is IC. For finding VCE, we will write the KVL expression for the output circuit. The KVL expression for the output circuit is given as VCC is equivalent to IC into RC plus VCE. From this, VCE we can write as VCC minus IC into RC. Substituting VCC as 25 minus IC as 10.8 into 10 power minus 3. RC is equivalent to 820 ohms, 820, which will give us VCE is equivalent to 16.144 volts. So the operating point for the given circuit is VCEQ is equivalent to 16.144 volts and ICQ is equivalent to 10.8 milliamperes. So the coordinates for Q point you can take as Q point is equivalent to, it is VCEQ minus comma ICQ. So Q point will be located as 16.144 volts comma 10.8 milliamperes. We will see the eighth problem. For a fixed bias configuration shown in figure, determine IC, RC, RB and VCE using the following specifications. VCC is equivalent to 12 volts. VC is equivalent to 6 volts. This is what the voltage at collector terminal, that is VC is equivalent to 6 volts. Beta is equivalent to 80 and IB is equivalent to 40 microamperes. From this, we need to find out what is RB, what is RC and the collector current IC. Here, the voltage at collector terminal, which we are denoting as VC, is nothing but it is the voltage between collector terminal to ground, as emitter is connected to ground. So the VCE is nothing but VC. First you will see the given values. VCC is equivalent to 12 volts. VC is equivalent to 6 volts. Beta is equivalent to 80. IB is equivalent to 40 microamperes. For this transistor VBE, we will assume as 0.7, assuming the transistor is silicon transistor. First, you will write the KVL expression for the input circuit. The current which is flowing through RB is IB. The voltage between base to emitter is VBE. The input circuit is comprised of VCC, RB and the input circuit VBE. So the KVL expression at the input circuit is given as VCC is equivalent to IB into RB into VB. So in the problem, as they are given IB, we can estimate IC is equivalent to beta times IB, substituting beta as 80 and IB is 40 microamperes. So you'll get IC is equivalent to 3.2 into 10 power minus 3, which is 3.2 milliamperes. Now, the output circuit KVL expression we can write as output circuit is consist of VCC. The current which is flowing through RC is IC. Then we can write the KVL expression for the output circuit as VCC is equivalent to IC into RC, and this voltage we are taking as VC, as in the problem it is given as VC instead of VC. So VCE and VC are same. So IC into RC plus VC. VCC is given, or IC is given, VC is given, so we can find out RC. So RC is given as VCC minus VC divided by IC. VCC is equivalent to 12 volts minus VC is equivalent to 6 volts divided by IC is equivalent to 3.2 into 10 power minus 3, which will give the collector resistance RC is equivalent to 1.875 kiloohms. To write the KVL expression of the input circuit, it is given as VCC is equivalent to IB into RB plus VBE. By considering the KVL expression of the input circuit, that is VCC is equivalent to IB into RB plus VBE, we can find RB as VCC minus VBE divided by IB. Upon substituting the corresponding values, RB is equivalent to 12 minus 0.7 divided by 40 into 10 power minus 6, which gives 282.5 kiloohms. Since the emitter terminal is grounded, we will take VE is equivalent to 0. So the collector to emitter voltage VCE is nothing but it is a VC minus VE. So VCE is equivalent to VCC. As VE is equivalent to 0, VCE is nothing but it is the voltage at collector terminal. So it is used as 6 volts. The ninth problem we take as, if the various parameters of a CE amplifier which uses a self-bias method are VCC is equivalent to 12 volts, R1 is equivalent to 10 kiloohms, R2 is equivalent to 5 kiloohms, RC is equivalent to 1 kiloohm, RE is equivalent to 2 kiloohms, beta is equivalent to 50, so 100. Find the coordinates of the operating point, stability factor, assuming the transistor to be silicon. So first we will take the given values. So given values are VCC is equivalent to 12 volts, R1 is equivalent to 10 kiloohms, R2 is equivalent to 5 kiloohms, RC is equivalent to 1 kiloohm, RE is equivalent to 2 kiloohms, beta is equivalent to 100 and VB is equivalent to 0.7. First, we will find out what is the voltage drop across R2, which is VB, which is given as VCC into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. We need to find the coordinates of the operating point. So for that, first we will find out IB. From IB to IC, then we will find out what is VC. So for that, we need to find out IE also. So the equivalent circuit at the input circuit, we can replace with the Thevenin's equivalent voltage, which is VT or VB, connected in series to RB or RT, connected to the transistor input circuit. Now the KVL expression at the input circuit, for that we require RB and VT. From the self-bias circuit, we can find out VB as it is the voltage drop across R2. We can get VB is equivalent to R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into VCC. Substituting the corresponding values, Vt is equivalent to 5 into 10 power 3 divided by 10 into 10 power 3 plus 5 into 10 power 3, which gives into VCC is equal to 12 volts, which gives 4 volts. Next, we'll see the Thevenin's resistance RB. RB is nothing but it is the parallel combination of R1 and R2. So RB will write as it is parallel combination of R1 R2. You can write as R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Substituting R1 and R2 will get 10 into 10 power 3 plus 5 into 10 power 3 divided by 10 into 10 power 3 plus 5 into 10 power 3, which gives RP is equivalent to 3.33 kilo ohms. Writing the KVL expression at the input circuit, we can find out the base current. The base current, the KVL expression at the input circuit, it is given as Vt is equivalent to IB into RB plus VBE plus the voltage drop across RE, that is IE into RE. So VET is equivalent to IB into RB plus VBE IE into RE. We know that IE is equivalent to IB plus IC. This we can rewrite as IB plus IC, we can write as beta times of IB. So IE we can express in terms of IB as 1 plus beta times of IB. So rewriting this expression, you get Vt is equivalent to IC by beta. As we know, IC is equivalent to beta times IB into RB plus VBE, IC by beta plus IC into R. So from this, the collector current we can extract by substituting the corresponding values. We will get IC is equivalent to 1.61 milliamperes. This is that way of finding IC. Otherwise, in the KCL expression at the input circuit, first you can find out IB. From that, you can write beta into IB as IC. That is also valid. So since IC, IB, IE, we can relate as IE is equivalent to IB plus IC. The base current usually very less compared to IC. So we can approximate IE is equivalent to IC. So since IB is very small, IC we can approximate as IE, which will give 1.61 milliamperes. Next, we will write the KVL expression for the output circuit. The output circuit is consist of VCC, RC, collector to emitter voltage VCE and R. The amount of current which is flowing through RE is IE, that we are approximated as IC. The current which is flowing through RC is IEC. So we will write the KCL expression of the output circuit or collector circuit. It is given as VCC is equivalent to IC into RC plus IE into RE plus VCE. From this VCE we can write as VCC minus IC into RC minus IE into RE. So which will give us VCC is equivalent to VCC minus IC into RC plus RE, as we are approximated. IC is approximately equivalent to I. Upon substituting the values, we will get VCE is equivalent to 12 minus 1.61 into 10 power minus 3. RC plus RE is equivalent to 3 into 10 power 3, which will give us 7.17 volts. Therefore, the coordinates for the operating point are VCE, IC. So VCE is 7.17 volts and IC is equivalent to 1.61 milliamperes. Next, we need to find out the stability factor S. For a self-biased circuit, the stability factor S is equivalent to 1 plus beta into 1 plus RB by RE divided by 1 plus beta plus RB by RE. Substituting the corresponding values, we will get stability factor is equivalent to 2.6. So with this, I'll conclude the problems related to the transistor biasing circuit. Under this, we have solved few problems related to the various biasing techniques like fixed bias, collector to base bias, and self bias. The various things we are evaluated is the current components, collector to emitter voltages, and resistance, corresponding resistance, and stability factor, as well as operating point. Thank you.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.